Renegade Society Production. Salute, my guys. Appreciate the pull up. What's the word? What's the word? You already know, man. You know? You already know. Try to stick to the schedule, you know what I mean? Try to keep that 2 o'clock thing going. Yeah, try to keep that 2 o'clock thing going, man. 1609, salute, my guy. Yo, great work, man. Great work. I see you working over there. 1609, I see you working, man. Salute to you. It's getting nasty in the WWE. Your boy John Cena turned the villain. Man, AP, salute. Yeah, yes, sir, man. Your boy John Cena turned the villain over in WWE in wrestling, period. Wow. That's wild. That's crazy. Top Op, what up? What up, Top Op? Yeah, let y'all come get y'all ish off. You know what I mean? It's good money. Yeah, yeah, I know. That's what made him do that though. 1609. That's what I want to know. What made him do that? What's good? Talk to me. Talk to me nice. Don't talk to me at all. What's good? You popped up in the building early for a reason. What's good? Run your mouth, man. Run your mouth. Yeah, your man John Cena, right? He don't even look right being a villain. That's a fact. He do not look right being a villain. That's a whole fact. He do not look right at all. Yeah, that's the exciting part for me. I want to see where it's gonna go from here. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. I want to see where, because it ain't the first time we didn't see somebody turn villain. I want to see what's the next play. That's what I want to see. I want to see what's the next play. Now we talking about John Cena in wrestling. How he the villain now? John Cena the bad guy now. Yeah, he the bad guy now. You know what I mean? He reinventing himself. So you know how that go. Yeah, yeah. That joint is wicked. That joint is wild. Yo, yeah. Anybody that's in tune to wrestling, man, go check out my boy 1609, man. Yeah, that's a fact. If y'all in tune to wrestling, man, go check out my guy 1609, man. You know what I mean? He anything you need to know, man. I'm sure he'll definitely get you that understanding that you're looking for. You know what I mean? That's a whole fact. And if you don't get it, it's just not in you to get. You dig? But we got a nice one today, people. We definitely got a nice one today. You know, I've been sitting back. Asia, salute. Appreciate the pull up. Yeah, I just be sitting back, people, and you know, I don't know, man. Corner's the bully. Salute to you. Salute to the bully. Yeah, the bag definitely involved. Yeah, now you want to. It still ain't. Hey, yo, it still ain't over. It still ain't over. But y'all already, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Rocking out with your boy 050 Bucks, aka Mr. Shoot Right Back, aka Mr. 10453, aka BX or B Next, aka I'm always here. They never there. You're dead. Make sure y'all hit that like button on your way in. Make sure you share the live. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And then go to the notification bell. You understand? And hit all. Because when you hit all, you'll get all my notifications. You understand? Every time I drop something, you will be getting notified. So make sure you do that. You know, make sure you do that. You know what I mean? In that order. You understand? Y'all already know that the notifications go out late. So, you know, we gonna let it rock out and let the notifications do what they do. You know what I mean? And until then, I'm gonna do what I do.
Dark side lurking, with fake ones vanish. Shoot right back. Yeah, my aim the tightest. If you chat reckless, get cacked in the chat. Perfect right step, flash never M. We don't switch the script. Dark side biz. When the boss get clipped. Boom. China brim, Harlem legend, platinum shine. All my support, y'all part the team. Gang. Man, that's a game. I just spin the block, my content. Live them fake, feeling lame. Hip-hop news, more like hip-hop L's. I just started one, now we singing bells. Ops move funny, but they still stuck. 050 Bucks, Mr. Shoot Right Back. Us never, them. Miss me with the talk. I don't suggestion. Dark side biz. Let me say, all the but we bring it on. Dark side season, where the snakes get peeled. Loyalty to code, but the get exposed. I'm the truth, in fact. Cross that line, but we bring it on. Us never them. We don't switch the script. Dark side biz. Kill apart the team. Gang. Mine's flowing witty punches. They be talking tough, but they moving fear. I just pop a top, let the truth appear. Man, that shit a joke. I just flip the scene, leave them in a choke. Dark side. Us never them. 050 Bucks, Mr. Shoot Right Back. Dark side general, where the lanes get packed. All my supporters, y'all realest one. Without y'all, this ain't fun. Silence. Us never them. 050 Bucks, Mr. Shoot Right Back. Dark side general, where the lanes get packed. All my supporters, y'all the realest ones. Without y'all, this ain't funny. Silence.
Let's get ready to rumble!
I'm about to be on some real content creating shit, B. Any nigga that ever came to my page and didn't give me no likes, didn't follow, didn't comment, or reshare any of my shit, is fucking blocked to me, B. You understand what the fuck I'm telling you right now? They're fucking blocked. I'm telling you, B. I feel naked out here, son. I don't know what to create. I don't know what to post. I want to leave the Instagram streets. But if I leave, all my followers still gonna love me, B.
Man, if you don't get your ass out of my goddamn Uber, what the hell is wrong with you?
Solution. I hear that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Get to the bag. I hear that. Azzy. What y'all know about that? Azzy. Hey. Azzy. Hey. Azzy. Hey. Let's get to it, people. Let's get to it. We got another dope one. You already know how that goes. Solution, y'all already, man. You dig? Appreciate y'all for pulling up, rocking out with your boy 050BUCKS, aka Mr. Shoot Right Back, aka Mr. Isaac. That's my other aka right there. You dig? Isaac. You understand me? Appreciate y'all for pulling up, rocking out. You understand? You know, we got a nice one today. It's gonna be an open panel. We definitely we gonna talk about this lost generation, man. You know what I mean? I kind of hit on it yesterday. If y'all haven't, go back, watch the recap. Man, Artie sat down, chopped it up on his platform. Great dialogue, dope show. And I talked about a little bit about how, we jump generations. You understand? So today we're gonna talk about the lost generation. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about, the kids, let's see, we jump from the 80s babies to the 90s babies. And I think somewhere between the 90s and the 2000 babies is a generation that's lost. That's just my opinion on that. And I only say that due to the fact of, a lot of the 90s babies and all that, they're controlling the streets right now. Some of them is incarcerated, some of them is unalive. You understand? And when you look at it playing out, you say, wow, where that generation went? Because automatically now we're dealing with the new millennium babies. Yeah, these are the ones right now, it's hell on earth with these new millennium babies. It's hell on earth. You understand what I'm saying? See, I'm a 70s baby. You dig? But I got to grow underneath the late 80s and 90s. My bad. I got to grow up under the late 60s, early 70s with a little bit of 80s. So it's like after them generations, we skipped a beat. How we jumped straight from 80 babies to the new millennium babies. It's a generation lost in there. I'm not going to call it a curse, but it's definitely a generation that's lost. That's like a whole decade and a half. That's a decade and a half. You know what I mean? A decade and a half, people. Come on. Tavon Miller, salute. You don't know. Delvin, salute. My guys, appreciate the pull up. Monique, salute. Appreciate the pull up. You understand what I'm saying, though, people? So we want to talk on that a little bit. You know, see what type of feedback, that we can reduce by doing so. See, we can get some type of solution for the ears. You know what I mean? And we gonna talk about it. I mean, we gonna have to. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna have to. How did it happen? Why did it happen? Was it written already? Yeah, it's just. I mean, it's sad. You know what I mean? People, it's sad. You sit back, you watch what's going on, and all you could do is shake your head. Butterfly, salute. Yeah, that's all you could do is shake your head. Who that op? That's a fake op account op. Yo, you can't make this up. Oh man. Delvin, bless up, King. Oh yeah. Okay, copy. Oh, all right, emotional damage. Shout out to my man LPlaga.tv. Make sure y'all go like, share, and subscribe. And my guys are LPlaga357. That's a fact. Make sure y'all go like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate the pull up. Hey, people, we got to, like, you said that's cold red. Nah. Oh, you got a fake one of you? Cold what? Is that cold red TV? What that is? Cold what? I thought that was cold red. That ain't cold red? Yeah, I thought that was cold red. Word. Yeah, get your shoot on. You know what I mean? Open panel. It's an open panel, man. Shoot out. Mr. SRB, I give y'all permission to shoot out. Shoot out. Yeah, shoot out. Because y'all already know over here, no matter how we bring the noise, right? But over here, people, it could get dark. And my man Artie voice. Yeah. Don't get it twisted. They don't call me Mr. SRB for nothing. It get dark over here. So you come over here, you better tread lightly. You understand me? Yeah, it get dark over here. So tread lightly. Tread lightly. That's a whole fact. Hey, yo, the bully, hit the link. That's how you solve that. Hey, yo, bully, hit the link. Let's see if bully hit the link. Yeah, that's how you do that. That's how you do that. Let's see if bully hit the link. And that'll resolve all that. That'll resolve all that. Ming, salute. Tommy. Note that, Tommy, all call outs is mandatory. All call outs is mandatory. All call outs is mandatory. What's going on? What's going wrong? Well, we do know all call outs is mandatory. Oh, he talking heavy. He talking heavy. Diamond shooter, salute. Yo, he talking heavy. He talking heavy, Yeah, yo, he talking heavy over there on you, Oh man, yo, you can't make it up, man. You can't miss a day, man. Word to mother, you can't miss a day. That's a fact. YouTube will have dudes. Well, it do have dudes on this joint going bonkers. Oh, the Billy talking. He talking heavy. The Billy is talking heavy. You can just have fun reading the chat, people, at times. Just sit back and just let the chat go bonkers. The chat be going bonkers. Yo, it be so bugged out. It be so bugged out, people. Right? You don't even got to be talking. Well, let me say this, and they don't even be talking about what you talking about in the chat. You be talking about something in the chat. Be talking about a whole nother situation. Word, the chat be talking about a whole nother situation. That's the whole fact. Why you gonna block him? The Billy? Well, how you gonna block him? What you gonna block him on? So are you really? Oh yeah. But how you gonna block you though? Out like would y'all follow each other on Instagram or something? Nigga said he gonna block him. Yo, hey yo, he said he gonna block him. We gonna go on a break on that joint right there. He said I'm gonna block him. I got some joint with one of my spills.
Yeah. 050BUCKS. Mr. Shoot right back. Mr. Shoot right back. It's never them. Never them. Never them. Never them. Yeah. It's never them. Never them. Us. Never them. Dark side. Where the fake get exposed. Exposed. Yo, shoot right back. Us never. Us never them. Never them. Never them. Yeah. Yo. To my supporters. Yo. Realest ones. Without y'all, this ain't no fun. Gang, 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 gang. Shout out, China brim, brim, brim. Shout out Harlem legend. Platinum shine, shine, shine to all my supporters. Yeah, I'm part of the team. Gang, 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 gang. Man, that shit a game. I just spin the block, my content. Live, I'm tight, feeling lame. More like hip hop L's. Ops, boom. Shoot right back. Us, never them, and never them. Miss me with the fake.
That's a whole fact. Get blocked in the chat. Artie Slow, appreciate the pull up, my guy. Yo, dope show, Artie, dope show, man. Great content. That's a fact. Great content, man. Great content. Keep doing your thing. Keep hitting that joint out the ballpark. I don't know how he blocked you from where though. How can he? What he blocked you from? What you? So that is, oh yeah, that is the dude. Oh yeah, or female. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a fact, AJ. That was a dope show. I ain't even know. I ain't watching no numbers, no nothing. You know what I mean? That was I like how that, and a lot more of that, because that's what this show is today, Artie. This show is to piggyback off of yesterday's show when we spoke about the generation, how the generation is is being lost. You know what I mean? That's what this is. Right here. We let them come on, but I got almost a half. I guess the notifications probably just getting out. But yeah, we definitely touched on something when we talked about that generation. So, that's something that should be talked about a lot more. And maybe we can probably get somewhere. But we have to identify to the problem first. And that problem is that lost generation. You know what I mean? So you pretty much got to, I think where we failing as the elders, we're not putting ourselves in a position where the young bucks could afford to skip a generation. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we ain't prepped. And it's sad to say, but we didn't prep. So we're trying to move on as we should. And this is not the case. You can't move on as you should, because that's a decade, people. You know what I mean? Once you, that decade, it's over. It's over. So I think we got to start there, knowing and understanding that this part is missing. So we got to kind of bridge 85 to the new millennium. Because these new millennium, they different. I just read on the news today, they just locked a 13-year-old up. Like, they different. They different, people like these. And it's not so much the young adults. It's kids. We're not talking 18, 19. We're talking 13, 14, 15. They out here wilding. Like, literally. Literally. And I feel it's that lost generation, because now what they doing, they rewriting. I don't want to say it, but they rewriting history. Yeah, these new millennium, these new millennium, they rewriting history right before our eyes. They turning up right before our eyes, turning all the way up. Turning all the way up, man. All we got to do is just sit back and just watch. It's unfolding right there. You know, you got mothers hanging out with their kids. You know, you got fathers hanging out with their kids. I'm one of them. Yeah. You know, like, I don't think how can I say it? A lot of guys that I grew up with, they didn't hang around with their pops and all that. My era. They didn't hang around with their pops. Females didn't hang around with their moms. You know, so it's a big difference, and I think that's where we have to dissect it from. We got to dissect it from that. You know what I mean? So I don't and that's why I don't see like it getting any better in the near future. I don't see it. I just don't see it. You know, so you know the problem is definitely that generation. Because this new millennium babies can't say, oh yeah, well, you know, such and such is doing this. No, they was not doing this in the generation before you. They were not doing this. This was not happening. That's a fact. They were still duplicating the generation before them, like my generation. They were still duplicating that. Go out, get to the bag, get you some business about yourself. You're in a whole nother state doing what you do. Yeah, they're not doing that now. This generation not doing that now. These new millennium kids ain't even make it out of New York. It's different. They didn't even make it out of New York. Some of them never sold a drug in their life. It's different, people. And we got to understand that. So as the elders, we have to dissect this new wave of a generation, we call it now. We have to adapt to jumping from 85. Now we all the way in 2025. We got to adapt to that. Because to be honest, there's no excuse given for the knuckleheads, but who they learning from? They learning on the fly. They learning on the fly, people. You know, when you ask, when you really trigger it down to the question, who are y'all learning from? That answer is gonna sound like we learning from nobody. So what we do. In my time of growing up, we didn't have that kind of answer. You understand? We kind of was like, yo, somebody that was popping in your hood, you like, yeah, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I want to be like that. Yeah. These young knuckleheads ain't doing that now. They the one who moving the crowd. So just imagine. You have a 17-year-old, he's the elder to the 13, 14, 15-year-olds. So that's why I say that generation is lost. We dealing with a lost generation. You know what I mean? Like that. And it's not about them being unalive lost. Incarcerated. You know, Tizu salute. They lost in you know, due to incarceration. That's where they lost at. They not unalive, but these are the eldest, 17, 18, 19. They the big dogs. They moving the crowd. So what you think these 13 and 14 and 15-year-old dudes looking at? They not looking at no nigga 30 and 40. Get out of here, you old. They looking at these niggas moving the crowd. 17, 18, 19-year-olds like, oh. Yo, a prime example, man. I think this was in the Bronx. 1-year-old was like, it's like a little balcony, I guess. You know, about 7 feet from the ground. You know what I mean? But it's like a second floor balcony. You know what I mean? And the little kid was watching Elder. Now, this kid is like one, they said, 1 or 2. So he was watching other kids that was probably like 8, 9, and 10 climbing on a gate. Shorty fell. But that's just an example of the point I'm making. Like, they young watching now. Oh, word, that's how you moving the crowd. I'm doing that. Yeah, I'm doing that. It's a difference. I couldn't do that coming up. Nah, I couldn't do that coming up. Nah, it wouldn't have happened. Because one of my elders would have checked me. Oh, I got checked a lot. People like, yo, don't get it twisted. Yo, don't get it twisted. I grew up around hyenas, people. Yeah, I grew up around hyenas. Even the dudes that's around me now still hyenaing. Yeah. That's a fact. Yo, people, yo, listen. I'll be the first to say, my type of guys that I grew up with, they grimy as in all outdoors, people. I'm just being honest. My man Mikey B voice. We grimy. That's a fact. Ain't no sugarcoating it. Oh yeah, my dudes is da-da-da-da-da. Miss me with all that. Miss me with all that. But at the end of the day, I love them. Especially my sandbox guys. 85% of them is still here. We lost a couple, but compared to the oppositions, it don't add up. It don't add up. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. You know what I mean? So it was sad. You know, and I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna do a show similar to that on how this generation that we so called how would I say it? The knuckleheads are wilding. Nah, they not wilding. They doing what they only know how to do. Just being real. They doing the only thing that they know how to do. And it's easy doing it. It's easy doing it. Come on, these young dudes running around with a 30 piece on them. Go bend that, spin that, do whatever. Go bust a you already know and get like, I mean, it's just that easy for them. See, when I was coming up, I'm looking at guys that was already in their 30s, late 20s, get into the money. The hard way, no Rossi, the hard way. These dudes now, 17, these 13-year-olds is looking at them now like, yo, these niggas getting to the money. They getting to the money, and you already know the figure's the new real, so you can get and go spending $20, $30 on some Balenciaga and all that, Chrome Hearts, and they be the knockoffs. But you move in the crowd. Ain't nobody checking that. Got the new Timu jewelry floating around. Moissanite, that been around. And dudes thinking they lit. Facts. Go get you some Timu jewelry and yo, let's go. We wasn't jacking that in my generation. We was calling you out. Yo, you's a bum, nigga. Your jewelry fake. Your jeans are fake. Your jeans are too tight. You wearing high waters. Yeah, your hair nappy. Like, that's what we was doing. Now, they adapted to that. So now, guess what? These generational knuckleheads is doing. Wearing nappy hair. Wearing bell bottoms. Wearing jeans that I don't even know how they put these joints on. Don't forget the man purse. We would have never done that in my era. You would have got, we would have laughed you off that side of town, not the block. Don't even come on this side of town. Back then, your hair being nappy meant you needed a haircut. You know what I'm saying? You needed a haircut. You walk around with your joint nappy. People, they done made a brush for it. Yo, you got to give it up for America. United States of America, I call them United Snakes of America, people. You got to give it up to them. Because they adapt to a situation game is crazy. I'm just being honest. It's crazy. Even, listen, sidebar, even down to the vehicles. Everybody and their mother got the BM Benz. See, that makes me different. I'm going to get personal. That makes me different with a lot of people. I've been doing this when dudes couldn't, when BMW Black Man Wish, but that was a wish. I had one of them cars. I was, yeah. I ain't got a lot of kicking people. My DNA read BMW people. DNA on Chevy. Yeah. In that order. In that order. I'm just being honest, and my man might get B voice. Now, people, to my elders, get you some business and get out the way. Facts. Get you some business and get out the way. It's different out here. It's different. It is different. So to them elders, get out the way, man. Try to rebrand your situation. Because things change. It's a new sheriff in town. It's a new sheriff in town. So you either go roll with it or you gonna get rolled over. But yeah, it's a new sheriff in town. Old heads gotta sit down. Go get you some business and just have a seat. I'm just being real. People, they walk around with nappy heads. They made a brush for that. Hey, yo, they made a brush for the nappy head. Look. How you make a brush for a nappy head look? That's a fact, people. They have a brush that'll make your hair look nappy. Yo, it's wild, man. So these are the things, man, that, you know, end up missing during this lost generation. Yeah, they wear tight jeans, people that's like, how you even get them on? Pants hanging down to their ankles. Dope fiends did that. Like the only time I seen somebody in a predicament where they joints is down and they joints like that, the pants is falling off, they gnawing. Look at these new kids. Let's just play the game, people, right? Let's start with saying, you see how the NBA players be dressing and all that. Let's take them back. Late 80s, early 90s. What you could wear now in 2025, you couldn't wear 1989, 1990. You just couldn't wear it, people. I'm telling you, you would get joked on all your life. That's a fact. They will have jokes on you even when you're grown. And it's like, wow, how did they adapt to that? in the new millennium. Things that, just let that sink in, right? Things that we made a mockery of then, made fun of then, some have fights over then. Some people didn't even go to school behind that then. Now, it's the dopest thing to do. How is that? Hey, yo, Ming, I don't even know how they get the jeans on, Ming. Like, you see some of these dudes, yo, that got to be a female jean, dude. There is no way in the world that they making a male jean like that. If you a male and you could fit in some of these jeans that you see, something wrong with you. Word up, something wrong with you. That's a fact. Something's wrong with you. You know what I mean? There's no way. You know, you ain't running around. Yeah, that's a fact. I run around with blouses on, niggas wearing man purses. Like, yo, 20 years, we can say, it's safe to say, right? No, we can't even say that. 30 years ago, that was not appropriate. 30 years ago. Wow. That's crazy, right? 30 years ago. You couldn't walk around with a nappy head. 30 years ago, you couldn't walk around with no bell bottoms on. 30 years ago, you was not walking around with a man purse on. You wasn't doing that 30 years ago. They was laughing you out of wherever you was at. They was laughing you up out of that. Even with the, you know, the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that was not, no. So I guess I'm the only one that noticed. I'm the only one that noticed that when you set aside and you put these years matched up with 30 years ago, a lot of the stuff that's going on now wouldn't have made it then. It wouldn't have made it. That's a fact. It definitely would not have made it, man. You know what I mean? It wouldn't have made it, man. But then it's also when you look at the flip side, the way they doing it now, right? They killing the game. Exhibit 1. This is how they killing the game right now, people. Exhibit 1.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Then this guy would be calling us.
Who? Detective Smith? Detective Smith? He don't know you here. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm working with y'all, bro.
All right,
look,
are you working right this second?
Right now! I work for you guys for the rest of my life. What are you talking about, bro?
Just relax, guy.
Look.
All right, I know who he is.
Dead.
All right.
I'm being dead.
I'm telling you right now.
And I'm telling you right now, I've been talking to him all right now. I'm telling you right now, I gotta give him 10 on Thursday, man.
I don't know anything about that.
Look, this. I talk to him all day long.
I don't have my glasses, guys.
I don't.
Because it's
I
like
had 5 cops out here, bro.
All right, but
and
you
I'm
only
a
had
confidential informant, and
you only had 2, and you didn't even have to tell us that. You could have just talked to us like a normal person, and we wouldn't have known, and we'd have just walked away. But you're out here screaming it to the whole neighborhood. We have not said anything about what you do.
I told you I was working for you guys. I asked you to turn the cameras off because I'm a confidential informant.
But right now you're not.
Dude, I'm on the clock all day. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Then this guy would be calling us.
Who? Detective Smith? Detective Smith? He don't know you here, but I'm trying.
That goes wild. Again, that's what they doing. That's a fact. You couldn't do that back in the days. You wasn't doing that. You wasn't doing that and still walking around, hanging around, you know, kiki gagging with guys and acting like you pop off and act like you this tough dude, and you got caught doing that. You wasn't doing that. 30 years later, look what they doing. Dudes is going on social media. Dudes is talking about how they took down a whole organization and they bragging about it. Like, yo, it really, I can't even use the word scary because it's not even scary no more. It's not scary no more. It's starting to become the norm. These dudes have that I don't care, I'm not going to jail mentality. I'm going to tell on this dude, come home to do nothing. If I get in trouble, I'm going to tell again just to come home to do nothing. You got people that's out here right now, people that in told, and they out here riding trains and all that. How is that? How you sitting on a 4 train somewhere, 5 train to 6 train with your binoculars, and you just put somebody away forever. But you out here on the street, ain't doing not near nothing. But you out here though. Ain't got no business about yourself, no nothing. But you out here. You out here shaking and grooving. It didn't have the audacity to come on social media and express to massive of people how you ratted. I don't get that. Again, you take this and you take it to then, oh, you would have got the brakes beat off you. That's a fact. You would have got the brakes beat off you. You understand? You'd have got the brakes beat off you. Top shot slow. You'd have got the brakes beat off you. They make it easy in this generation right here. This is why I don't know why people still complain. It's something like a gift and a curse somewhat. Because somewhat you can look at it and you will see how these young knuckleheads now are attacking the situation. Like they're attacking it now. They not gonna sit there and just wait. They not waiting on nothing. They going to get it. Right? And when you dissect the foul dudes, you know, the dudes that are running around and put a whole organization in jail, they want to come on the internet and want to make mockery of how they doing it and didn't have the nerve to slander the dudes they just told on. Now don't let that go over your head. They get up here and they slander the people they just told on. Like, how is that? Like, do that make any sense? You just told on a whole tribe, and then you get on social media, and then you slander them. Got an even better one. You just go on a rant and just think it's cool and you still this whoop-de-woo, type of dude, and you just put a whole organization in jail? Now, I'm not saying it's foreign. We just comparing now and then. We're getting to the bottom of why the things are happening the way they're happening now, and it didn't happen then. It's a generation loss. We didn't skip the whole generation. So now what these young knuckleheads are doing now, they are what you call, they are re-identifying reality. Yeah, that's a fact. They re-identifying reality, people, and it is what it is. You got to call it like how you see it. They are re-identifying reality. Reality is not reality no more, especially not the reality that I live in. It's different. It's not about a code. It's none of that. We talking about real life reality. It's not the same. It is not the same. Now, I'm not saying that this wasn't happening then, but it wasn't exposed the way they doing it now. That's the spooky part. Oh, then talk about the youngins, you know. They done gave it a whole nother name. Oh, yeah, we drilling. What? Well, one Butterfly, we wasn't, I just explained, we was not telling on people and then coming home, going on live, then talk about them. Example, me, Top Shot, and Butterfly, right? We doing our thing. I get caught. I tell on Top Shot. I come home. Top Shot go to jail. I come home. Now here I go. Yeah, Top Shot a soft nigga. Top Shot is such and such. That's the difference. We ain't do that then. As well as these young dudes now walking around with a 30-pack on them. They taking the wrong type of drug. We didn't do that. These little niggas be gnawing off like they just hit a bag. So when we say, oh yeah, well, these kids, well, they ain't got no sense of direction. No, that is their sense of direction. Because the generation before them that was supposed to lead them didn't take place. Yep, similar to that too as well. Gonna move on, right? Like everything is good money. And you pretty much could have put Young Thug underneath the jail. Could have put Young Thug underneath the jail. So he can get out and floss. I'm confused. I'm still confused about that one. Because you scream gang, gang. You about this life, you about that life. You top shotters, literally, not top shot in the chat. Top shot in the chat ain't about that life. Yeah, he ain't about that life. Top Shot like playing Pokemon and SpongeBob games and all that. Yeah, that's Top Shot. Yeah, yeah. Top Shot infatuated with baby wipes. Yeah, but yeah, you know what I'm saying though, people? Come on. It's like, it's disgusting. Yeah, see, I didn't even know that. Look, YNs. Yo, hey, yo, the kicker of it though is you gotta sit back. She said they go on live and tell what they just did, and they right. Even with that, Butterfly, great point, great point. Because I was just about to get to that. Even after you do a crime, the motive is to get away, get low. These dudes do a crime and press the live button. Yo, look what I just did. Yeah, I just smoked on Beverly Hills. Yo, I was in front of Fordham Road. I drilled on the dude. Drilled? They're like just even using the word drill. That's heavily false. Then they go to jail and have the nerve to fight for an act of something like, you can't use the lyrics in my song in my case. How you just tell the whole world your whole crime, right? You tell the whole world. You tell the whole world your whole crime, right? And then you get caught. And then you want to talk about, we can't use that. Glazing? What's glazing? Nah, the glazing got it. What's glazing? My oldest niece said I was. Chop Shot said his oldest niece said I was a day room. I'm still learning. Wow. Yo, no cap, right? Yo, this is a fact. No cap. These youngins think that the eldest was born yesterday. Facts. Hey, yo, they do it. I got a saying. These youngins will piss on you and tell you it's raining, people. I'm telling you. I'm just being honest with my man Mikey B voice. They will piss on you and tell you it's raining. Like you ain't been here and did it before. Yeah. And my man Artie's voice. Yeah. I mean, yo, and the thing that be killing me, you already done read it out. You already done read the play. So now as you sit back and you let them direct their own movie, and you be like, oh, yeah. Oh, word. Straight capping. Straight capping. Then the disrespectful part is like, yo, I've been there, done that. I've been there, done that. Personal story. Even like with my little one. You sit there and be like, hey, yo, listen. Yo, you part of my DNA. And for some, you know, they not in their kid's life. I'm heavily in mine. So I know my daughter. You understand what I'm saying? So for her to sit there and be curving me, it'd be like, yo, why would you try to curve me? I'm going to keep it a million with you. Why you can't do the same with me? Why you got to curve me and make me feel like all this is just new? Oh, yeah, you know, it's just new. Nah. So that'd be wild, man. You know what I'm saying? That'd be wild right there. You know, they definitely, you know, they definitely be on, you know, they definitely be on some other type timing, man. You know what I mean? They be thinking that you just don't know nothing. You just around. Oh yeah, I'm around. Oh yeah, yo. So what happened? You know, this is only personal. Nah, Dad, everything is cool. You know, we such and such. You know, get ready. You know, for the prom and blah 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 and blah blah. And in her mind already, I've done it. I've done it, people. Right? That's true. That's true, but that be a whole, and that be a dope case to be made because that's what I feel. You know,
Yo,
I feel
Lucas, bro.
that. Top shot, slow, my guy. Yeah, I feel
You
like
can
I
hear
ain't
me?
gonna lie.
Everything choppy.
Nah, you good. Yeah, you sound a little staticky though.
That's what I was saying. My shit sounds staticky. What about
Yeah,
now?
it still do.
Let me
Probably
come
drop
back.
down. Yeah, drop down and come back up. Yeah, so that be my fear. I don't want my daughter to be outside of the realm where she can't holler at me. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm a zero tolerance parent. You know what I mean? And I got to be the parent to even it out. You understand? But you got to help me help you. You can't be, oh yeah, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And me knowing you as my child, I know you capping. I did it. Mom Dukes, yeah, so I was, oh yeah, Mom, my report card was dope. It was great. And in my mind, I already got a backup plan because my report card is never going to make it home. So I already know, okay, well, boom, I'm going to do this and do that. But not knowingly, my mom's and pops wasn't born yesterday. So guess what they do? They in tune with the teacher. Yeah. And my man Artie voice. I'm thinking I'm doing something. Curving my parents. Yeah, I got them. I'm going to piss on them and tell them it's raining. Yeah, I'm doing great. I got 85s. You know, I throw a little something that don't make it sound too crazy. Yeah, I got a little 75, you know, such and such. All right, cool. Port card don't make it home. Now, mind you, my grades is all S satisfactory. 65, F, fail. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hold on, how that? So in my mind, I can't blow my cover, but they knowing information that they not supposed to be knowing, people. So I'm like, oh, okay. The game changed. I can't get over. But now they're still listen. It'd be a no ending lie. That's a fact. It'd be a no ending lie. Right, butterfly. Yo, listen. Hey, butterfly, that be the you be like. Then you start to think in your mind like, yo, did I leave that? Did I leave that around somewhere? And then till you go find the one that you got that you've been hiding from your moms or your pops, they will be right out on you. Whip it right out on you. We missing something. I know my moms and pops used to do this. Oh yeah, so well, what was your report card? They don't actually see it or nothing. So tell me about your report card. How did it go? You know what I mean? What grades did you get? What you think you could work on to do better? You know what I'm saying? And all that other good stuff. And you start, when like this is the sad thing about when you start to lying people, because you literally start getting in that character. You know what I mean? Meaning the lie. The lie is a character. So you into that character, so now you just flowing. That chick just be like, and sometimes you might forget your lie. You know what I mean? You in motion, you in character. Next thing you know, I got the 85 and blah blah blah. So now you so much in the character and you flowing. Here you go. Here's your report card, son. Now, why you got an F in here? Now the conversation is totally sideways. Now you got to explain your lie. So that's why I said the lie gets juicy, because now you have to add on with another lie on why you lied. Hey, yo, it's wicked, yo. I'm telling you, man. Hey, yo, I got one more personal, right? Yo, yeah, I
You
got
can
one
hear me
more.
now?
Yeah, you sound better now. Yeah,
Alright, I'm gonna mute up because you're doing your thing.
all right, copy. Yeah, so I got one more story, right? So this is like when I first started hustling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was about 13, 12. Yeah, I was about 13 or 12, yo. I just started hustling. So at that time, my step pops used to work in Yankee Stadium. I don't know if anybody in the New York area, Burns security joint. Like my step pops did that shit years ago, yo. He used to work in Yankee Stadium forever, the old joint, forever. Like people, I ain't even gonna lie, people. I got autographed Dave Winfield bat. I got a Don Manley autographed baseball. I got posters with Willie Randolph's. I got like, yo, we met some good people. The way as though we had pretty much like season seats right on top of the dugout. Like that was just and Yankee Stadium was right with the block for me. You know what I mean? So, but I used to have to lie to my mom's like, yo, yeah, no, I found this in Yankee Stadium. Again, me thinking that my mother was born yesterday. She already knew what it was. She already knew what it was. Yo, listen, my first run-in with police, I didn't even want them to call my moms, yo. That's a fact. Don't even call my moms. I gave them my pops number. My pops go ride out with me. I gave him my pops number. Word up. I ain't even give him my mom's number. You ain't gonna embarrass me. I ain't even give him my mom's number. That was my first run on police, yo. I'm not doing that at all. I'd rather sit here. And that first time Pop Dukes came and got me, right? Then I turned around and got snatched up again. I kid y'all not. The very next day, people, on my block is a job call. I think that might be the only job call in the city of New York. In the city of New York, the boroughs. You know what I mean? It's in the Bronx, right? It's on my block. You know what I'm saying? 176 in Andrews. So I'm walking down this block.
Right at the block for Spofford, huh? Right at the block for Spofford, huh?
Nah, Sparford is on the other side. I'm talking about job call.
Yeah, Spofford
Sparf,
is all the way at the block by the courts.
Sparford is over there. Out the way which you about, the new Sparford or the old one?
I get. I know
All
the
right, well, the
courts is
old
like
one,
right there, and then you walk up the block all the way at the block, and you got Spofford right there. Old
yeah,
Spofford, new Spofford, I don't know.
yeah, the old
I know
Sparford.
there's a Spofford at the block there.
Oh, all right, yeah, the old Sparford's over there on Sparford Avenue, like Bonita,
Mm.
Hunts Point. Like that's the old Sparford.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
I'm talking
I
about
used to work
jobs.
over there. That's how I know.
Oh
And
yeah,
I went to court over there for a ticket. I had to go. I had to go pay a ticket in court at that court in the Bronx.
yeah,
You
yeah,
heard?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, man. So at the end of the day, man, when we talk about this lost generation, man, these are the things that you see now that we don't like. You couldn't get that off back then. You couldn't get that off. You wasn't, for one, your respect level for your elder was at an all-time high. You wasn't disrespecting your elder back then like how they do now either. So
Can I say something, bro?
yeah,
Can
go
I
ahead,
say
man.
something, bro?
Yeah.
You like my new glasses? You like my new glasses? It's new
Oh,
glasses.
okay, they smaller. Okay, you got them
It's
smaller.
it's
All
smaller
right, all right. You
and it's
stepping
and
up.
it's more expensive. It's like a $500 joint. But anyway, back to the
Yeah.
kids
So
over here.
I was. What
I
you think? What you think about that lost generation, Top? What you think about that lost
I
generation?
think listen, I think because I'm in my 40s, so I put my generation in there too, like 80s babies and shit like that. You know what I mean? I
Right.
put 80s baby in the same direction as 70s. You know what I'm saying? Because like like the kids growing up now, even my own niece is rude as fuck. I can't even talk to her because the mother will be like, "Oh, you can't talk to my baby like that." I'm like, "Listen, that's a grown ass woman." I'm talking about my oldest niece. My oldest niece is like what, 24 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell her nothing what to do in it. She's rude as hell. She done said I was DR, and I'm like, what the fuck is DR? Day room. Oh, why you cursing out my daughter? I'm like, listen, she's saying she calling me out. She's saying I'm this, saying I'm that. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I can't even talk to my niece. I blame it
It,
on the mothers too. Cause the
yeah. They
mothers,
play.
listen. I remember one time, this happened twice, a matter of fact. You know, my mother's an elderly woman.
Right.
You understand? She's in her 60s. So my mother would see somebody's little baby doing bad. You know what I'm saying? And my mother will intervene and be like, baby, no, don't do that. Here comes a ghetto ass mother. Oh, don't talk to my child. That's not your child. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
my mother be like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I blame it on niggas our age too. Niggas our age, they uphold with all that dumb shit they got these kids is doing, cussing out old elders, all this extra dumb shit. I blame it on our generation too. So, like, sometimes we can't even look down on the little niggas because the little niggas they following up what we doing. You get what I'm saying? And when I say glazing, what my little cousin saying glazing, that's these young kids rule things too. Like he's in his 20s, so he'd be like, "Yo, cuz niggas be glazing." I'm like, "What the
But
fuck is glazing?"
what
Because I know,
yeah, what
I
that
know
mean? Yeah.
glizzy.
What glazing mean? Like they wilding? Glazing mean like they
Neither you would
wilding out
experience
or
it.
they tripping? That's what glazing
I
mean,
guess
like
it's
wilding
another
out.
word. I guess it's another word for D riders. I don't know, bro. I don't
Oh,
know.
oh, oh.
Probably, probably, because we be on Call of Duty and he'd be like, "Yo, son, niggas is glazing. They glazing." I'm like, you keep using the same word glazing, and I know on YouTube we use glazes like glizzy, whatever. You know what I
Right,
mean? Hot dog.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you thought
So
maybe
when I hear him saying that,
that's what he
I'm
was telling
confused.
you?
Yeah, he's like, "Yo, they glazing." I'm like, and he love using that word glazing.
Yo, butterfly,
Word.
butterfly said they be on his yak. They be saying yak, like
Hold
what
on, hold on.
yeah,
Yak?
yeah,
Okay.
yak, like as a youngin, right? Where do
Mm-hmm.
y'all come up with these words? Like where you know what I'm saying? Like, cause we didn't use these words coming up. So it was like, where do y'all come up with these words? Glazing, yak, uh, 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 um,
I think my
let
generation
me
is the
clock. Hey,
was
yo, hold
the
on. They be
was the
saying,
last
let me
generation
clock,
though of
let me clock the
real
T,
dudes.
let me clock
Clock
the
the T, yeah,
T, clock,
that's some
yeah, clock it. Like what?
that's the dude with the arch back. You know the dude with the arch back?
Nah.
What's his name? Shamar. His name is Shamar. He's the one who made some song called "Clap That T." I'm hearing all the kids use that word, "Clap That T" now.
Yeah,
I'm even hearing boys use that word. I had to tell a few boys like, "Yo, chill, 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 chill. We're not gonna use that word around me." I even heard, yo, my boy cousin even said one time, yo, no shade. Yo, I had to DM that little dude and was like, yo, don't ever say no shade in your life again, boy. He's like, yo, what you mean? I was like, yo, only them people say shade. That little boy got like, 6 kids. So when I'm hearing him saying, yo, shade, no shade, it sounds a little weird when he's saying it. You get what I'm saying? And he
Yeah,
don't even rap that way. You get it?
right.
So
But I
yeah,
don't know.
like
I don't
that's
know
what
why they do that though.
like if you hear me say it in the YouTube chat, that's just me trolling and trying to stir some ish up. But other than that, bro, in reality, I don't go around saying "clot that tea," bro. That sound extra flagrant and zesty, like you know what I mean? My ears is killing me. I got an ear infection.
Oh man,
Yo,
you got to get that. You got to
yeah,
get
this
that
shit
right.
is hurting. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got it's hurt. It's going on for like 2 days now. Today's my third day with it, so it's like clogged, but it's
yeah,
hurting.
yeah. You got to go
It'll
to
be
the.
alright though. Like,
You got to go to the emergency room, man.
if
Third day.
anything, I go.
Yeah, third day. You got to go.
If it gets any worse, I'll go to the emergency room. Somebody told me probably I got to use some antibiotics drops in my ears or something, but I
Yeah,
don't know. It's probably a bump in the ear in the canal because I was doing my research. It's a bump in there, like you get in your eye the sty. I think it's something like that in the ears, right?
yeah.
It's like
DC
pus.
salute. Nah,
It
nah.
gotta burst.
When that's what you got,
Probably
you might.
inside my ears. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what the ear
Yeah, you might.
infection is.
Yeah, you got
Pus.
to. No, nah, nah, no. That ain't no ear
So
infection.
what's
If
the
you
ear
got
infection?
if you got pus coming out your ear, yeah, you gotta go. You might gotta go handle that, man. That might be something that's crazy.
No, I don't have nothing coming out the ears. It's clogged and it hurts. It's swollen.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go to the emergency room, top. Yeah, you gotta go to the
Man,
emergency.
listen, bro. I ain't
Yeah,
got no vehicle to do none of that.
yeah, man. You better get on that iron horse. Word up, you better get on that iron horse, cause
You
you
talking a
don't you
bus?
know
Yo,
not a
ah,
train.
a bus
Yeah,
comes. A bus over here. The bus comes every hour and change over here, bro. I am not waiting on no. And it's raining out here. This is Jersey, bro. I live in Jersey right now, dog.
hey yo, Nitty, salute. Now, what you got to do is, it's an hour, so you say, all right, it's coming at this time, and you be out there at that time. You know what I'm saying? Because that joint get bad, my guy, but that joint swell your throat up and all that. Your ears, your eyes, and your nose, they all work
Yeah, I
on one
feel it in my
accord.
throat too, like right here, pause, like right here.
Yeah,
Like when I
yeah.
swallow, sometimes I feel
I'm
it. Yeah,
telling you, man, you got to go check that out, brother. You
it
can't, you
hurts
can't
though. Yeah.
walk around.
Mm.
You can't walk around with that. An ear infection could come deadly, man.
Mm.
Yeah, that shit could come deadly, bro.
I'll
That
see
air,
what's up, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely got to check that out. But yeah, man,
It's not the first
it's
time I got an ear infection anyway, so I get it. I get it every year anyway. Like, cause I got allergies, so it happens a lot. You know what I'm saying?
so what allergies got to do with wax buildup in your ear?
That could be it too, man.
Yeah, you
Could be
got
it
wax.
too.
Yeah, you got wax buildup, man. You gotta get that. You gotta get that under control. Probably pour some. Well, now I ain't gonna tell you no remedy because your thing is probably worse now. But in the future,
Mm.
clean your ears with some peroxide, man. You know what I mean?
Peroxide.
Yeah, yo,
The fuck?
peroxide.
Wait a minute. Sorry for the language. Sorry for the language. Isn't
Yeah,
peroxide something we put on cuts?
yeah, yeah.
How's that gonna clean my ears?
Because it'll loosen up the wax, and then you let it drip out, and then the wax will drip out with the peroxide.
Don't tell me I got plenty of peroxide in the bathroom.
Hey yo, this guy got peroxide. This guy got baby wipes. Yeah, yeah, man. But
Hey yo,
peroxide,
man, yo,
it,
yo. My mom's working in the medical field, so she go overboard when she get like gloves,
The man, hey, yo, DC going at
the
you, man.
Clorox wipes for like COVID-19 and all. I mean C-19 and all that. The thing you open and it's mad so wetted. You know, yo, Nitty. I know this Nitty cat is Matt Mean. Yo, Matt Mean, unblock me on this chat, on this page too. Nitty is Matt Mean, yo. But yo,
Nah,
yeah,
that
back to
ain't
what we
no.
were saying, man.
Hey, yo, that ain't no Mr. Meow. You think that's Mr. Meow? Nitty Mr. Meow?
Yeah, that's Mr. Meow. You know what I'm saying? Kitty man.
Yo.
That's the kitty man. That's the kitty cat man.
Wax
That
dog
nigga
slow.
saving cats. That nigga out there having a cat what you call it organization saving
Yeah.
stray cats.
Don't talk. Yo, don't
But
talk
yeah,
about Mr.
yeah,
Meow
like
cat.
back to what we were saying, man.
Yeah,
I sometimes blame our generation for raising these badass little kids too.
right. But
You know what
hold
I'm
on though.
saying? Because
Hold on. How can you
Mhm.
blame our generation? And we got to keep it clean, man. No cursing. We got to keep it clean. How can we blame our generation though when it's a generation that's lost? Top. Look at 80, right? Let me say it. Look at
All
from the
right,
70s, 80s, and early 90s. After that, it ain't no more. Then it goes to the new millennium, and then think
can
about it.
I? All right, I
Even
get
after the
what you're
new
saying.
millennium,
All right.
hold on, hold
We
on.
could, we could blame. Hold on, we could blame our like. All right, I will never blame my mother for none of this because my mother never taught me to do nothing bad. I could say my father did though. Like whatever my mother goes against, my father's with. Like my mother would be like, yo, if I get hit, my mother would be like, oh, just turn the other cheek, because she used to punt the Bible to people all the time when she was younger. She used to always punt the Bible to people, meaning she used to pray for people and all of that stuff. Like, you know what I mean? On some
Right,
church stuff. So
right,
she was never into that violence and all that. You know what I'm saying? My
right,
father, yeah, he's into all of that.
right.
He'll tell
Somebody
me to
hit
go hit
you, hit them
somebody
back.
back, all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? All of that. You feel me?
Yeah,
So I could say our parents might have been the start of like what's going on right now. Cause like people our parents' age started a whole lot of gang situation. Cause don't forget, our grandmothers and great grandmothers, they was like around when people wasn't accepting black people in certain areas, or they had like separate bathrooms. They had to sit in the back of the bus. You get what I'm saying? So
right.
you could say our parents' generation kind of messed us up to where we raising. I don't have kids, so I can't relate to none of that. But you know, from what I see in the real world, from what I see, our generation is raising these kids to do the same thing what our parents used to do, but like when it gets to like the bad stuff, meaning, you know, gangs and stuff, because people in their 60s, all the OGs in their 60s and 70s who started the gangs and all that, you feel me? You see them on YouTube and all that. What year was they born? What year was they playing the hoods? Back in the early 70s and 80s. Am I correct? So the 70s and 80s was pretty rough, right?
Yeah.
Prior prior to the late 60s, but everybody kind of got their freedom around 1964. That's when they stopped segregation, right? Something like that. If I'm saying it right,
19,
I'm thinking off my
probably a
head.
little later, probably a little earlier than that. Earlier than 1964, I would think.
61, 61.
I don't know. Somebody in the chat
Because
answer that.
if you go down,
When did they
if
stop
you go down the
segregation?
ladder, yeah, segregation. Black people had the rights to vote, like around 1960 something.
Uncle Ralph, salute.
Because don't forget under that, like black people were still being like beat up by police and we couldn't vote, none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had a little freedom, but it wasn't as it is now where you see, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm trying to say, bro.
Yeah, but see, that's why I say I don't want to. Like when you start saying, okay, this generation was the it can't be because they didn't have a
All right,
generation.
and I fixed it. And I fixed it. And I fixed
No,
it
no,
and
no,
went
no, no,
back
no, no,
to
no, no, no.
our
I'm just
parents'
saying.
generation.
I know, not even the parents, because what's going on with these youngins now, they are recreating reality now. They're not doing what we once was doing. So it's a big difference. So some of the
They have
elders,
more influence now. Listen, these young dudes is no excuse. They don't even have to play the blocks like we did. I'm not gonna lie. I used to play the block and back when I was in high school, you know, cut out of high school, play the block, do whatever I want to do, right?
right,
Now, these kids, they got computer, they got video games. They could what? They could make millions just by turning on a live button on a social media.
right,
They could turn on their game system, go on YouTube, go on Discord, go all these TikTok. I think TikTok paying now, right? They could go to all of these places and make money. And they could do the dumbest prank and make money off of that too. Just because of the views. Just because people like right now I'm addicted to farting videos. They not farting for real, but they have this thing called the pooter thing or the whatever. It's a device what make farting sound. They go around doing that and it's funny as hell. And they get what? They get what? Billions of viewers. They probably getting mad money just by doing that dumb stuff. And these is little clips they do.
right. So you be over there trolling them.
Oh yeah, I be trolling them. Hell yeah, but I'm just saying, it's you know, it's real shit. Appy, behave your ass off, Appy. What do you mean drop him? Watch him out, Rasclad. Who that you got there? Who that, Artie? Why your avatar look like Artie?
Nah, that's me, nigga.
You trying to look young again, boy? That thing look glossy.
Don't be
I'm
mad at me.
feeling the red though.
Don't be mad at me. I still got the glow. But yeah, so back to it, right?
Here we go with the glow.
What would you think? What would you think? Right? What would you think that may be a solution for these youngins?
Man, listen.
Because you got people saying that
School
they
ain't
like the
the
topic. If you're doing this
card.
topic, make sure you
They
have
was
the
talking.
younger
Hey,
generation
yo.
people on the panel as well. Yeah, but ain't nobody a butterfly. You know, people don't be they don't be wanting to they don't be wanting to pull up. You know what I'm saying? They could cam down. They ain't got to cam up. You know what I mean? And speak speak from their point of view because you're right. If we ain't got no young person up here diversing and getting to it, you know what I mean, then it does make it seem a little, a little biased. You know what I mean? That's why I like to do it from an open perspective. You know what I mean? I don't want to say, oh, yeah, well, because of the generation now is because of the reason why the generation is what's going on now because of what's going on with the generation then, and then, be blah, 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 blah. So you can just straight get to it. And, at the end of the day, I can say, it's because of a lost generation. You know what I mean? That's why these young dudes and young females out here bugging. But you speak to a younger person dealing with the younger generation more on hands, and they may have a different story. I'm just looking at it from the outside looking in. You look at all these young guys, 17, 18, that's getting to the money on. 9 times out of 10, they in jail already. So what they doing in jail, they are running the people who free that's young now. If they 17, 18 and in jail, 9 times out of 10, the kids that they left behind to kind of raise themselves, because this the new millennium. So now you got these 13, 14, and 15-year-olds pretty much duplicating what the 17-year-old did. And guess where the 17-year-old at? In jail already. So that's what they duplicate. And right now, like I said, you got a lot of people, right? Right? You got a lot of people, right? And this is what they jacking. So now it makes it easy for them because this is how the new generation is looking.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Then this guy would be calling us.
Who? Detective Smith? Detective Smith? He don't know you here. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm working with y'all, bro.
All right,
look,
are you working right this second?
Right now. I work for you guys for the rest of my life. What are you talking about, bro?
Just relax, guy.
Look.
All right, I know who he is.
All right. I'm being dead.
I'm telling you right now.
And I'm telling you right now, I've been talking to him all right now. I'm telling you right now, I got to give him 10 on Thursday, man.
I don't know anything about that.
Look, this. I talk to him all day long.
I don't have my glasses, guys.
I don't.
Because it's
I
like
have 5 cops.
Man, that's been going on since the early. That's been going on since the early '90s, bro. We got.
All right, now I agree with you. Now I'm glad you said that. But now, what was not going on? They wasn't going on social media, MySpace, and all that. Talking about, yeah, I just ratted on this guy. I'm an informant. Look at me. Hey, y'all, I'm a big snitch. They not doing that now. I mean, they wasn't doing that then. For the people who was telling then, you ain't know they was telling. Now, the people telling, you know they telling because they telling you they telling.
Can I say something? I think 69 had something to do with, like, going on camera promoting the snitching and saying, yo, it's acting like it's cool. Like now look at him. He can't even book a show. Look how broke he is now.
But I think he did that to himself though. I think 6ix9ine did that to himself. I think he did that to himself. I think it was set up for 6ix9ine to flourish, especially after what he been through. He had a story to tell, and he chose to do other. So that did him dirty.
He didn't invest his money.
Oh, Nitty. Oh yeah, yo. Nitty said, "Did Frank?" Hey, yo, Nitty, pull up. Hold on for a minute. Hey, yo, Nitty, pull up. Tell us about that. I don't know who Franks is, man. Tell us about Franks. Tell it. Who you talking about? Frank Lucas. Who you talking about, Nitty? Frank Lucas?
That's why I know the Nitty nigga is pardon. Sorry. That's how I know the Nitty dude is Matt Mean. Look how he just started talking about other people. We ain't talking about anybody else, guy.
Right.
Come on, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not doing none of that.
Yeah, nah. Hey, yo, Nitty, you ain't gotta say no names. I'm with Mr. Put a name on it in a minute. You ain't gotta say no names. But the point I'm making is, if you got some information and you wanna express it, feel free to come up here and express it. I can't talk about nothing I don't know. I don't know Franks. So at the end of the day, no Roski, you may have to come up here and explain who Franks told on. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. You ain't got to say no names.
I know who he calling Franks, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna play dumb. I already know he calling Franks.
Right, but at the end of the day, hey, yo, Top. But listen, at the end of the day, right, that stops the speculation. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be up here speculating because it's all speculation if I heard it from somebody else, or even if I seen it from somebody else. Until that person can come up here and explain, then I can dive in and say, all right, this is my take on it.
We talking about some real life stuff, and he's talking.
I know. I've been watching it. But at the end of the day, I don't know Boyd, right? I never got into the situation.
Done cool with me. Done cool with me. So I leave it there, bro. I ain't gonna be a part of none of that.
Hey, yo, hold on, Top. Hold on. We ain't gonna let Top do that to himself right now. We ain't gonna let Top do that.
What you talking about?
How you
a grown ass man?
Hey, yo, Top.
I'm a grown man. I don't care who's a rat. I don't care who did this, did that. Like when I die one day, right? Right?
Yeah. Kenzo, salute.
Ain't none of that, like, whoever ratted or whatever, like, you know, some rats do go to heaven. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Rats do go to heaven too. Like come on now. Like, you know what
All
I'm
right,
saying?
so
People
let me
change
ask
their
you a
lives
question.
around.
So what do you and Franks got in common?
I'm saying that name you just said, I don't know nobody named Franks. So he's gonna leave it there.
Appreciate that.
Now if you're
Appreciate
saying
that,
the
Kenzo.
person,
Appreciate the
hold
pull
on,
up.
brother. Hold on, brother. Now if you're saying the person who they call him Franks, yes, I could say that person cool with me and I leave it there. Because let's really be.
Yo, hold on, Top. You can't keep telling me, cutting me off on my show, telling me to hold up. No, you hold up. You understand me? I'm saluting my guys and my supporters that's coming up in the building that's enjoying our conversation. So salute to my guy Kenzo. You can't be telling me to hold up. You gotta, hold on, let me turn my mic up. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I want to know why or what you and Franks got in common, Top. That's what I want to know. Don't tell me to hold up. Explain why
Put a
you and
name on.
him.
So who's Franks then? All right. Don't number one. Don't ever put me on mute. Now back to the regular schedule. Um, um, when you say Franks, I don't know no damn Franks. You feel me? Now if you say hot dogs, I love hot dogs. All right. Now, um, mom, damn my fucking ears. I'm gonna try and make this ears pop because my ears are stuffed too. Um,
Yeah, you better go to the hospital, my guy. You playing around.
yeah.
You playing around.
You think it might be a cold? It might be a cold too, man.
Nah, you keep talking about what it might be. It is what it is, nigga. You got an ear infection, and you need to go handle that. That's what you need to
Yeah.
do. You know what I'm saying? You need to go handle that right there. That right there is no bueno. I'm telling you, man. That's no bueno. You think you can't see now? Imagine if you can't hear. Oh, you be messed up, man.
Yeah.
You already wear binoculars. So imagine you walking around with a hearing aid.
This nigga stupid.
Would you go create?
Well. Hey, Bucks, don't front. Don't front. You probably wearing glasses too, a little bit, like a little reading glasses here and there. Come
Nah,
on now. Ain't
I
that
wear contacts. I'll be the first to say
see?
I'm
Okay. All right. There you
I'm
go.
at the borderline. I'm at the
All right.
borderline of being blind. You know what I mean? But I ain't wearing no
All right. Well,
binoculars.
don't be dissing a man because a man wearing glasses, son. When you got eye contact lenses and all
Hey
this.
yo, listen. Hey yo, Top, I could do this right here. You can't take your bifocals off and do this.
Bugging.
Yeah.
Now I can
Read the
see.
chat. Now
I can
read the
see.
chat.
What are you trying to get in the camera? Back up.
Taking my shoes. What you doing?
Trying to get you from the camera.
No, I'm not.
Look at my man Top. Top look like what's my man name? What's my man name? Oh man, Yo Gotti. That nigga Top look like a homeless Yo Gotti.
And I got hair on my head, boy.
No Roski, man. No Roski. Yo, your man look like yeah. He can't see. He blind as all out. He can't even see the chat. That's why he ain't shit. Nigga Artie said you like bee stinger.
Oh hell no. Yo, Artie. All right, Artie. I got you. I'm gonna pull up on Merrick right now, Artie. I'm
Yeah, that's a fact.
gonna
I
pull up
got
on
shit
Merrick
eyes.
right now, Artie.
I don't play around. I'm borderline blind. I ain't gonna front, but I ain't
I
winning.
fuck with Artie. I mess with Artie. Artie, my guy.
Yo, you ain't check our
Artie,
show
last
out
time you.
yesterday?
My bad, Joe. I was busy. I was all over the place yesterday, bro.
Yeah, go catch
Like
the
in real life.
recap. Man, Artie had a dope. That's
Yeah,
why I
I'm gonna
did this
catch it.
show.
I'm gonna catch it.
Yeah, that's why I did this show. Was me and Artie, we was having a conversation and we was talking about how the
What is
generation.
it? The grown man, grown question thing?
Yeah, facts. So we was talking about
Uh,
how a generation got lost. You know what I mean? Now these young guys, they ain't got nobody to lean on. Like when I was out of pocket, I had somebody to lean on. My old heads was like, yo, what are you doing? Nigga, like you supposed to be balling. Nigga, you could take us somewhere. Now, These young, they don't got that. So I can't get mad at the generation before them because they don't know that. They don't know the generation before them. Only thing they know is that 17-year-old nigga that's walking around with a 30 pack on him. Now he might be in jail, and that's all these new millennium
So let
kids
me ask
know.
you a question. You got a son, right?
Yep.
Okay. When from the womb to now, what do you always teach your son? Do you even teach him anything about streets?
Nah, he learned from watching me.
Okay, so if he did anything bad, can you hold yourself accountable for
Yeah.
letting him see anything you did bad and he followed?
Yep. See,
Okay,
but
all right.
my son in his
I was
20s
just
though.
checking.
My son is not 17 and 16.
Okay, I was just checking where your mentality is because
Nah,
when I
I
ask
hold
certain
myself.
people
Yo,
this,
listen, I do
yeah.
that every day sometime to myself. I hold myself accountable. I had a situation some months ago where my son did some bunkeki-ish, and I had to question myself, like, yo, why this nigga running around and he want to be King Coffee Joe and he got life easy? Why he want to make life hard?
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I don't hold myself accountable though, because my son got somebody. If he say, I stumbled and I made a bad move, he can double back and be like, hey, yo, pop, yo, such and such, You got these young dudes now where they can't do that because they the breadwinner. These 17-year-olds now are the breadwinner. So when they go into their
Yeah, yeah,
home,
yeah. Because you got their fathers.
they
You
mother
got
and father
fathers
is
and
looking for a handout. The mother and father. They not
or a hit
looking at
or a
discipline.
hit
Right. They not
or a
looking
hit.
at discipline.
You get what I
Hold on,
mean by a
Ty.
hit, right?
Hold on.
Mm.
Yeah, but hold on. They not looking to discipline their kids. They looking for, let me get $20, son. Let me get $30. So that's what they all for. They not gonna discipline them. You know what I mean? So now when you look at these 17-year-olds, they're the ones now who's playing the grown man position or grown lady position or even a parent position.
Pause.
Some
What do you mean a grown? What, you said grown man and grown lady. Whoa. All right, all right, all right. You got a point there. You got a point there. You got the boys
you
acting
know,
like ladies. Okay, I get it. I
yeah,
get
you
it.
know what I mean? But then not only that, you got these young this young generation, they are being parents today. I'm just being
Oh
honest in
yeah,
my
yeah. That's a
B
fact.
voice. They being a
That is
parent.
a
So
fact. And
you know what I mean?
they starting at 12 sometimes. Like the kids, they gotta watch their little brothers and shit because they mothers wanna go to the club and go to a different borough to hang out. Huh?
Yeah, that's a fact, Uncle Ralph. It skipped generations. So now instead of these 17-year-olds having somebody they could fall back on and be like, yo, damn, look, or I heard somebody say something stupid. I wanted to say this before I get up out of here, right? I heard somebody say something dumb and it crossed my timeline. The dude Gully TV. Like somebody
Hey, yo,
came up here.
yo, can I say one thing? I'm out, yo. Peace,
I
salute,
guess.
yo.
All right.
All right, bro.
Man, it came across my timeline, right? And you had to do Gully TV, right? So he's speaking, and I guess somebody in his chat they called him Unk. He's like, yo, I'm not no Unk, I'm not UNC, I'm God, and blah 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 blah. That's confusing because if you God, you all over the above. Unk ain't nothing but a terminology of an elder. That's it. You know what I mean? That's it. And I say that to say is that's the problem with these young dudes. They have that same attitude. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I ain't gonna be able to blah 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 because he still think that he's relevant. And these young dudes don't care about you being God, you being big homie. None of that. None of that. So if a person say that don't mean you should feel or think less than. That was confusing. saying? Then when he talking about he G-O-D, like he got knowledge of self, that right there should have known, like, come on. But, you know, these are situations that when you look at that lost generation, it's because of sometimes dudes like that. That's like saying, yo, what up, little nigga? Yo, I ain't no little nigga. You dig? Like they degrading your character or something. Those are the people, in my eyes, they're not comfortable in their own skin. Call me what you want to call me. Don't call me collect or don't call me broke. You gonna unk me to death. I'm slowing you back. What happened? I mean, I am an uncle in real life. The old head thing, but I embrace it. I'm an old head. I embrace it. Because I am an old head. I don't want to by any means necessary to be caught up in this new millennium wave. See? The big. I don't want no die. Let that great. Yeah. Yeah. Identify me as an old head. Facts. What am I doing? I am out the way, people. What am I doing? Yeah, that part. I don't want to walk around looking young. Don't forcibly identify me as a young buck. Nah. I'm even okay with, nah, that nigga old, he ain't doing nothing. Right, that part. And my man El Campo voice, let him rest well. That way. And I'm all right with that. I'm all right with it. You got some? They be feeling uncomfortable with that. I'm not. You got to, Artie. You got to. Because you ain't getting that other, you're not getting that back. That's over. It's a wrap for that. It's over. It's over. Facts. You're not going back to where you once was. Nah. I ain't never see it happen. Yeah, you know what I mean, Uncle Ralph? Ain't nothing wrong with that. To me, that's respect. Word up, that's respect. That's a whole fact. That's respect. You know, anything else, you know, that's on them. So, you know, I just think, you know, when I think that, I'm just like, yo, like this is the reason why, you know what I mean, it's a disconnection between the young dudes and the old heads, man. You know what I mean? Because the old head, they want to, you know, they want to deal with technicality. You know, they want to deal with technicality. You know what I mean? And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, that's nobueno.com. It's nobueno.com. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think, you know, one solution that we all should have in common is just knowing and understand that we lost a generation. So now we have to reshape, revamp, get to know this new generation, identify to this new generation because it's different. This new millennium generation, they are not at all. They are not the same. They are not, and that's just what it is. It's not the same. So now you either have to, you know, I wanted you. I mean, you have to adapt to it. I mean, it's a must at a point. You have to. The old heads still want to be relevant to these young dudes. They make no sense. I'm no friend. Right. That's a whole fact, DC. And we got to know as an old head how to fall back. We got to know how to act like we off balance and fall back because our situation got cut off already. You know what I'm saying, people? That cutoff line is off already. It's done. It's over. So now we got to revamp that thought. We got to know and understand, okay, well, this is what's going on in the world today. It's not the same. See, when I was growing up, I could kind of, research back, and then there'd be some similarities with what I'm doing now and what they were doing then. Now, there's no similarities. These young dudes now cannot look back to the 80s because that's what they looking back to. They looking back 30 years. They looking back there. We in 2025, people. They looking back 30 years. They can't look back 2015. These young dudes that was out here in 2015 doing their thing, guess what they got? If they not unalive, they in jail. So guess what these 13 and 14, 15-year-old guys is going to do? They're going to duplicate what they just seen before them. Now, I'm not saying our old heads didn't go to jail, but at the end of the day, it was a bad transition. I ain't going to lie with that one. That one, it's like, all right. I am going to say that. I am going to say that because then, like, we were like, yo, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go to jail. No, that made you honcho. Yeah, so I am going to stick with that. Man, see, our old heads, they went to jail. So now when we look at the situation, we looking at it like, all right, cool. I want to go to jail. I want to be tough. My old head just went to jail. I want, you know what I mean? You walk around, you can't say, yo, I went to jail, then you're not tough. Now, they're not even trying to go to jail. They're not trying to go to jail. They doing this.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Then this guy would be calling us.
Who? Detective Smith? Detective Smith? He don't know you here. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm working with y'all, bro.
All right, look. Are you working right this second?
Right now! I work for you guys for the rest of my life. What are you talking about?
They doing that. Working for them for the rest of their life. Right now. So they not saying, yo, I'm going to jail. My old head, he went to jail. You know what I mean? I come home, I'm going to be that dude. They're not doing none of that. At all. They're not doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing none of that. Yeah, that's a fact. They're not doing none of that. They're not trying to get cuffs put on them. They are telling in the cop car. So that's why people, I say, that, it's a generation loss. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, spread the word, man. You know what I mean? Let's bring a little more awareness to, what's going on around us, man. You know what I mean? Everything that's going on around us, man, is just, the new millennium kids, man. You know what I mean? And it's hell on earth, you know what I mean, dealing with them. You know what I mean? So let's, come up and let's have some dialogue. You know what I mean? Let's drop some dope content about that. All the other content, you know what I mean? It's about pretty much nothing. Somebody else's life and what they're going through. Let them deal with that, and let's focus on more things that we got reach and we have a voice. And for those who have their own platform, let's talk about that a little more. You know what I mean? Let's talk about this lost generation. You know what I mean? And how we can help the new millennium generation to better them in the future. You know what I mean? And with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all for pulling out. It's your boy Ofa Noroski. I thank y'all for pulling up to rock out with your boy 050BUCKS, aka Mr. Shoot Right Back, aka Azzy, Azzy. And on that note, man, please on your way out, hit the like button, share the live, subscribe if you haven't. Make sure you go to the community wall. I still got the poll up too from yesterday's show. That poll looking crazy. Everybody talking about they jacking Clarissa Shields. I'm like, wow. Yeah, but yeah, go to my community wall, hit that community poll up, man. Let me know what y'all feel about that. You know what I mean? So, you know, I may make that my next show because I see somebody else came out talking about something, and we might, you know, dig into that a little more. You know what I'm saying? But after that, you know, all in all, you know what I mean? Yeah, AKA Azzy. You know, that's the other AKA Azzy. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, people, man, I appreciate y'all for pulling up with your boy 050BUCKS, aka Mr. Shoot Right Back, aka Mr. 10453, aka Azzy. And on that note, I'm signing out, man. Y'all have a blessed day, man. It's raining down here. I'm gonna do the same. And again, make sure y'all hit that like button, share the live, subscribe if you haven't, go to the notification bell, hit all, go to my community wall, get ahead and tap on that poll, let me know what y'all think. Go check out my merch. Again, it's your boy 050BUCKS, aka Mr. Shoot Right Back, aka Mr. Azzy.